welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a video on how I de-kit, unkit, kit down, whatever you want to call it after finishing canvas. Sorry, I've got a little allergies. I just recently finished this kit, Next to You. And the first thing I do is I bought this logbook from Amazon. And it's actually from Bliss Studio Hobbies. I'll link it below. I really like hers because it's really just simple. You can put your logbook here. I recently finished Hazel. And I haven't finished filling it out, but basically I just put in, the basic stuff, and then I put in the stickers afterwards in the logbook sticker, or the sticker off of this. Alright, so the first thing I'll do is find my scissors. And I don't cut out any of the information because it's already in, you write it down in the book, so. And this one's a little longer, so I may turn it sideways. We'll see in just a minute. Now, to fight with getting it off the backing. If you hear any noise in the background, it's probably my dogs or the baby monitor where my granddaughter is currently down for her nap. Go ahead and put it right there. Okay, so there's the sticker. I'm going to look this up later because I don't have that. It's on my phone and I'm recording with my phone. But I'll write in the title. Bought it from Diamond Art Club. Richard Lorenz is the artist. It was, I only usually put the inches, 54 inches by 20 inches, but it's also 137 centimeters by 51 centimeters. And it was a square. It was a full. And there were a lot of colors. I don't remember off the top of my head, so we'll fill that out in a few minutes also. Okay. So the first thing I do is I pull out the ABs. And then I look. I have these containers from Art Dot. And it's just a little Tic Tac containers. So it looks like I don't have a 100. So what I'll do is I'll pull out another drawer. Actually, I have another drawer. This one is mostly empty. So I'll pull out one from it. And then I have just the basic labels. I bought these off Amazon, but a lot of the zipper pouches come with a sheet of them. Or you can even, if you want, these have leftover ones that you could actually take off and use, but I like to use these square one, more square. So this was number 100. So I'll write 100. And then let me grab a tray. I don't use the Diamond Art Club trays whenever I diamond paint. I usually have Bella Art Dana Cole trays. But I like these because they slide into the container better. And then I'll just pour that in. And stick that on there. And then I'll take the sticker and stick it on there. Now, because I don't have that one, I'll just sit it here, off to the side. And what I'll do is all the ones that I don't have, I'll line up, and then I'll show you at the end how I put them back in the containers. Now, if you'll notice, some of my containers have like an orange, it's supposed to be orange, but it kind of looks red, highlighter kind of colored on it. And that just tells me that these are the newer DAC squares. So I don't mix in any old squares with it. So if I come across one that that has new ones in it, then I'll make sure the ones that I'm unkitting or dekitting are actually the same. And so then these, what I'll do is I'll just start stacking them off to the side, and after I'm done, I'll put them in my logbook, and I'll show you that whenever I'm done. So what I'll do to spare you any boredom is I will get this one. Let me do this first. And what I like to do is pour them in here usually. Sometimes you'll get them stuck up in the little thing, and you'll just have to pull that out, and they'll come out pretty easy. Or you can use your tweezers to dig them out. But what I like to do is just make sure that these aren't new ones. Okay, and these are not new ones. You can even, if you're careful, leave the lid off and pour them in. Now, if I come across a color that my little Tic Tac containers are already full, then what I do is, let me put this back, is I have this container, and it's a big jar. I ordered it off Amazon, put the little sticker on it. What I'll do is any extras that I don't have, that these are filled up, I only keep one Tic Tac of each color. And if it's already filled up, then I'll just pour the extras into this container. All right, and so what I'll do to spare you any boredom is I will do a quick time lapse. Hopefully it'll be quick, and go through my kitting process, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I put my stickers in my logbook, and then how I organize these back, the new ones, into these containers so that they're all numerical. I'll be back. Okay, now I've already kitted everything down. I have this many new colors to put in. But before I do that, I wanted to show a quick little tip that I learned. static. And this goes for if you're kitting up too. Take your little rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip, squeeze it out a little bit, and just kind of run it around. Now, some of these I think were ones that I pulled off the canvas, so they're more sticky than staticky. But as you can see, just a little rubbing alcohol once it dries, and they're not sticky, they'll come right out. I'll show that again, I'm sure, on an upcoming video where I'm kitting up a kit. If it has static, I'll show you that again, but I just wanted to show that real quick. And then you can just pour them up. And I just keep a little container like this. This is just something that I don't remember what came in it, but keep some rubbing alcohol in that with a Q-tip. Okay, now I will show you the process I go through on putting these in. And it's a little tedious, but for me, it just works well. And what I do is I work backwards. So, it would go this way. And so then 3, 8, 6, 4. And then I would take the next one down. And I don't know if y'all noticed while I was doing that, I had one that I poured into and then I had to pick some out. These are the same DMC code, but I don't know if you can tell there's just a little bit of difference in the die lot. So I go ahead and keep those just in case I come across a kit that has one or the other. And then the next number will be 3346. So I'll just keep going down until I get to the 3 3s. Like I said, it's a little tedious, but I don't know why. I just found this the easiest way for me to do it. If I can remember how I do this. Okay, so 61, 60, 56. Those are all good. So those are all 3 8s. So then I'll bring out the next one and work on it. And I'm curious how you all, if you do the same kind of storage for your leftover drills, how do you keep them in numerical order? I've been thinking about getting some of the pre-printed DMC stickers and redoing these because a lot of them are starting to peel up. Not a lot of them, but there's a few that are starting to peel up. So if you have a method that you use, please leave it in the comments down below. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always open to doing things differently. I started to 3 3 4 6. So there's 3 3 6 3 5 0 4 8. So 4 6. Next one is 3 0 5 1. I started to do a different way of storing them in the baggies in like a shoebox with dividers. And I saw Only Being Chris doing it that way. But I don't know, I just can't stay focused on doing it, and I can't, it has to look nice. I don't know why. 3 0 2 3. So I kind of gave up on that one pretty quick. Okay, and there's that one. Okay, and then next one is 3 0 2 1. Oops. Nope, that would be here. Slide you over. The next one is not until the 600, so we've got a few. I'll do this a little bit faster. Also, do you store, when you do that, do you store all of your drills in one place? Or like if you have DAC and Dreamer Designs and Craftably or whatever, Do you store all of your leftover drills together, or do you keep them separate by company? I've only recently started keeping my Craftibly drills because I've done a few more Craftibly kits than what I had in the beginning. But I store those separate. And I've only done, I think I've only done, no, I've done one square of Craftibly and one or two or three rounds. But I store them separately. So I'm curious how you all separate yours if you keep your leftover drills. If you don't keep your leftover drills, you know, that's fine. I have found that when I've run out a couple of times, I was able to go ahead and continue on. I'd still ask Diamond Art Club for replacement drills if I was short. Knock on wood, I haven't had to contact them about spilled drills yet. I've been lucky enough, I have spilled my drills, but I've been lucky enough that I've had enough left over that I didn't spill too many of them. Or I spilled them on my table where I was able to, you know, corral them back up and put them back in the containers. Especially with the Tic Tac. That's one thing I will tell you. The only negative to these, well, I don't really want to call, okay, the only negative to these would be that these little lids come off pretty easy. Some of them do. This is going to be one that doesn't. But I have reached in to pick up a container before and had the lid come off. And that was back when I first started diamond painting and using these. And I was using these to kit up. And I accidentally spilled drills everywhere. And it was a you know, back in the day of not knowing any better and buying non-licensed kits. And I spilled the drills everywhere. So if you use these, just be careful that you pick them up carefully. Because you can pull the lid off, and if they catch on the way out of this tray, they'll spill everywhere. The only other thing that I don't like, which is not really a negative, but because I don't really need that many of them, and for storage, leftover drills. Now, if you're kitting up, I would probably say it'd probably be best to use the round drills or round containers. Art Dot has these in the round containers. Let's see. These type of containers. They have them in these, and they can go down. They're in the drawers like this. So if you're kitting up into these, I would suggest using those. If I were kitting up in these, I would use the round containers. Just because you're taking them in and out and opening them, shutting them, and opening them, shutting them, you know, repeatedly while you're working on a canvas. You don't want to risk them coming open and spilling everywhere. Plus, if you happen to drop your container, these, if they hit the floor, they will pop open and your drills will go everywhere. So that's just my experience, my advice. Okay, 648, 647, 646. And then we have 645. And the next one is 300s. Like I said, it's a little tedious, but I enjoy doing it this way. I don't know why. I love to kit up. I like to kit down. I don't want to say I love to kit down, but I love to kit up. If I had enough storage, I'd probably have numerous kits kitted up in advance. I try to only have a couple of works in progress, you know, whips going at one time. Otherwise, I just start feeling overwhelmed. I had this kit that I was working on for the Beat the Heat 2023 with Bella Art Day Nicole. I also did it for Big Sucker Canvas 2023 with, I think that's Mickey and My Crafts. I think, don't quote me on that. 355, 3352, 51, and then we have 100s. And then I have one from Craftably, Halloween Dragonling. It's a JBG kit that I'm doing for Crazy for Craftably 2023 with Derek with Diamonds. And then I also have one that I bought from Diamond Painting Dutchland that I've done a small section on. I'm just taking my time on that one and doing it here and there. But I try not to have more than a couple of kits going at a time. I do like to try and do a square and a round at the same time. That way, if I get bored of doing a round, I can switch over to the square for a little bit, or vice versa. My next kits I only have a little bit left on the Halloween Dragonling. And then my next kit that I will be kitting up is Back to Wonderland by Ines Guerrero. That will be for the Ghouls for Guerrero 2023, also with Derek with Diamonds. And then I'm going to kit up Halloween Gnomes and do that one. So there you have it. They're all in their little containers. Like I said, tedious. Takes a little time, but they're all in there. Let me put these away, and then I'll come back and show you how I put everything into my logbook. Okay, now I went ahead and arranged these numerically by DMC. If you'll notice, I cut off the number, so everything on the Diamond Art Club, pull this out and show you. All of them are numbered 1 through whatever to tell you how many, colors are in each kit. And what I do is I just cut off that pink part because I don't use it. And so in order to get them back in order of that sheet, you would just put them in numerical order by DMC. Okay, I'm going to scoot that up here. Also, if you'll notice, whenever I was kitting down, I had one container that just had a regular sticker on it with the symbol. For some reason, during the process of working on the kit, the print on it had started coming off, and so it eventually just the sticker went away. I don't know what happened to it, so I just took a sticker out and put the symbol on it. And so I looked that up on the side of the kit on the legend and put the DMC code on it to get it back in order. Okay, so we'll go back over here to where we were. And again, I'll show you a few of these, and then I'll do a quick time lapse to finish it up to show you and not have you sitting here forever watching me. The reason I stick the stickers back in is just personal preference. That way, if by some chance I frame a kit and don't keep the legend on the side and a drill pops off at some point in the future, I know you can contact Diamond Art Club and they'll send you a sticker sheet, printed, not a printed one, but they'll send you the file that you can download. But this way I can just look at my book and go, okay, symbol J came off. What was the DMC for symbol J? And again, this is just a little something else that's a little tedious, but for me, it just works. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you do the same thing. Or if you do yours differently. Do you keep up with the symbol sheet? Or what do you do if you look back on a canvas in the future and a drill has popped out? Do you just try and match it with something you have if you keep your drills. And leave comment below. Let me know what you do with your canvases when you're done. How do you store them? So far, whenever I first started doing Diamond Art Club, a lot of the canvases I did as gifts. I did, you know, one for my younger brother. My parents each got one. I did one for each of my children. Did one for my husband. I actually did one last year for my granddaughter's pre-K teacher. And then there's a few that I've kept for myself. There's a few that I have done and hung up in my house. Like this one is actually going to go in my master bedroom on the wall. I don't know. I'll put a picture at the end of this to show what I did. Look at me, I'm going all out of order now. Getting distracted. Let me put that one back. We're not going that way. We're going this way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick time lapse of the rest of this to show you the finish. And then that will probably be it for this video. I'll be back. Okay, that's it. And after I put them all down, I usually run my roller across them, just kind of flatten them out a little bit, make sure they're stuck down well. I went ahead and looked up the number of colors. There were 64 colors. There were 5 ABs. I ordered it on April the 29th of last year. It got here on the 5th. I started it this year on June 13th and completed it this morning. And so that's how I do my logbook. I also wanted to show real quick what I do with my containers, my Elizabeth Ward containers. If you'll notice, I put, this is the Scotch brand washi tape. I ordered it off Amazon. And so in my I have 4 of these. And so I did all of the smalls with the teal colored. Then the little bit bigger ones with the purple. And then the red. And then the large ones with yellow. We all get washi tape with our kits when we get them in. And I tried that on these first, but they didn't want to stick very well. I will say if you do this, I had this one. Go ahead and go over the edge, probably to about here. Like this. Because otherwise you keep catching it. And it'll start peeling up. So that one I need to replace. You don't have to do them in the different colors. For me, it's just quick and easy. And I can be able to look and see, you know, what size I'm grabbing. Not that you can't tell by looking at them, but... And then by cutting that first number off of the stickers that come with your kit on these, I'm able to fit them right here. Now when it comes to Craftably, those stickers don't stick so well because they're bigger prints. If I had one thing that I could change about Craftably, that would be the only thing, is just change up their stickers to more like the Diamond Art Club, and the newer ones with Dreamer Designs come like this also. And so they fit really well on these whenever I do this. And it also prevents it from, you know, not coming off well. Because I used to just stick them on there and then they had the little residue and you'd have to peel them off and you know, they would rip and whatnot. But anyway, so that is how I kit down. I will be kitting up a couple of kits in the next couple of days. I'm going to go back and work some more on my Craftably kit for Crazy for Craftably 2023. And then I'll be kitting up those two Halloween gnomes from DAC and Back to Wonderland from by Ines Guerrero for from Diamond Art Club as well. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Oops, sorry about that. Let me know what you think about kitting down like this. Do you store your leftover drills? Do you toss them? I'd love to hear how you kit down. Until next time, thanks for coming. Bye.